disclaimer. We are unqualified and unapologetic. We are not professionals. Just a couple with opinions and life experiences. Take what works. Leave what doesn't. Let's do this.
Sessions and lessons are scripted. The mics stay twisted. Truths get lifted. Hearts feel sifted. No script, just grip. Raw thoughts drifted. Echoes in the chamber, my mind's unassisted. Pages burn blank, every line resisted. Skeletons in closets, dust gets evicted. Break chains on the brain, no more conflicted. Smoke from the past inhaled, and I missed it. Scars in my soul, but the pain's encrypted. Sipping on wisdom, the taste feels liquid. Sessions and lessons, I'm finally convicted.
Hey there, it's me, Joel. Why are you giving me dirty looks?
Still, listen,
Put respect on my name, please. Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in once again. This is Joel Rosario, host of Sessions and Lessons Unscripted, here with my better half sitting across from me, the intelligent, articulate, beautiful Gloria Rosario, everyone.
Hello, everybody. How's it going?
Hello, Gloria.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Are you done yelling at me now?
Are you done being the victim?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, hopefully everyone's doing well out there. Another hot weekend here in our hometown.
I'm over it.
Yeah. Mrs. Rosario wants to get winter already. I'm like, whoa, hold on. No winter. I love fall. Fall's my favorite.
It seems like every year we get less and less of a season and we jump from one to another.
Oh, everything's all screwed up
Yeah.
now. It's like, I remember when winters were actually winter.
Winters.
Yeah, and then this summer's been weird.
Summer's
Hasn't
been
it?
kind of late, and it wasn't so warm in the beginning. Remember?
Right.
We kept on having like 60 and 70 degree weather.
That was just ridiculous.
Which I'm not complaining about. That is my ideal temperature, between 60 and 70 degrees.
Please don't tune away from us. we're not a weather station, but it's just like that's just what we've been experiencing. But here we are in the nice AC.
And away from people.
And away from people.
Yes.
Speaking of, that's kind of what we're going to talk about today. Gloria had mentioned fight or flight. And I think there's a couple different, I guess, definitions of it. I mean, tell me what kind of sparked that idea in your head when you were talking about it?
The
fight or flight.
Fight or flight? Well,
because me personally, fight or flight, I experience this all the time because I have anxiety issues and depression and anxiety, and with my panic attacks and whatnot. So to me, fight or flight, I'm very familiar with because there's times where I'm willing to fight through the, awkwardness and uncomfortableness of it all. And there's times where I just want to run away. But the way you were kind of talking about it, kind of a different angle, right?
yeah. Well, my understanding of fight or flight is in a dangerous or stressful situation, people react one of two ways. It's either fight or flight.
Right.
Fight being the being aggressive, defending yourself, protecting yourself, as opposed to flight where you're just on autopilot. You have no emotions. You're just going through it just to get through it.
Right. And then a quick, Google search on the subject, that'll tell you that the fight or flight response, also known as the acute stress response, is a psychological reaction to perceived threats.
Right.
Physical signs include rapid heart rate, rapid breathing, sweating, muscle tension, and dilated pupils. You may also feel shaky, have cold, clammy hands and feet, or experience digestive changes like nausea or a knot in your stomach. Guilty. I don't know about the clammy hands and the feet, though. I don't, clammy. Sweaty feet. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
That sounds kind of weird. I'm stressed out. I have sweaty feet.
Yeah, gross.
But I mean, somebody had mentioned, and I've talked about this in the past couple of episodes because it's what I'm going through in my personal life right now with my grandma, being really sick.
Uh-huh.
And somebody said to me, well, we were talking about emotions and how I'm feeling
Uh-huh.
because, I've just kind of been solid. I guess I'm not expressing anger. I'm not expressing happiness. I'm just stressed, basically. And somebody asked me if I had cried or have I,
Well, it sounds to me like you just kind of numbing yourself,
basically.
right?
And I'm used to that because of things that I've been through in the past,
Mm-hmm.
like traumas and all of that, and having to, I guess, I don't know if this is the correct wording, but kind of being the lead, or
Well, you're taking all the burden onto your shoulders.
not necessarily the burden, but because it's not a burden to me at all. It's a responsibility. Like I've always had responsibility on my shoulders.
Uh-huh.
You know, um, so I'm at the front of the line, basically. On the front lines, and I've said this before. I'm not good at expressing myself. It's either
Uh-huh.
I'm super happy or just quiet. Those are my only two emotions, really. So I mentioned, well, they had mentioned if I had cried, and I was like, no, I haven't been able to cry.
Uh-huh.
And she's like, oh, that's flight mode. I was like, really? I thought that was just like a self defense type of thing, like when you were in a threatening situation. And no, as it turns out, um, this person told me that it's actually, um, it can also apply to other situations in life, like when you're in the situation that I'm in with my family at the moment, or it could be in a dangerous situation where if somebody attacks you, do you run or do you stay and defend yourself?
Uh-huh.
You know, so I just have a different perspective on it, especially now because like I said, my emotions are all over the place and I'm kind of
So as it stands right now, they're saying, or you're saying that you're in more of a flight mode.
yeah, it's like I'm an autopilot. I don't have an emotion like of course obviously I don't want anything bad to happen to my grandmother,
Mm-hmm. Of course.
but I have to be in flight mode to be strong for other people so they don't kind of freak out.
I was thinking, wouldn't that be more fight mode though,
No,
not flight? Because flight, you want to just run away, you know. I mean, that's why I'm saying I don't know if anyone out there the true definition, I guess, of fight or flight. I guess it could apply in different
that's
instances.
what I'm saying. And
Yeah.
in my instance, fight or flight is, break down emotionally and,
Hmm.
or just automatically go, 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 go. There is no stopping. There is no time for emotions. There is no time for explanations. I'm just going at this point.
Right.
And actually, last night was the first time that I've slept almost all the way through the night in probably about like 2 weeks
Right.
at this point. Um, so I'm a little bit more clear-headed now. I mean, not that I wasn't before, but it feels so good. Today was I took a self-care shower. I don't know if you guys know what that is. It's
No idea what that is. Self
okay.
care shower.
Usually when I shower, I'm in there for like 10 minutes, just it's quick.
Wash and go.
Wash and go.
Yeah.
When it's a self-care shower, it's a lot different. It's when you take the time to lather the soap and, you
Oh,
know,
I do the
put
same
put
thing. Yeah.
oils on and put
Let
lotion,
the water run on you.
let the water run on
Yeah.
you, you're exfoliating your skin, you're putting different lotions on, different perfumes. It's just a way to make myself feel better. And I came out of the shower and I told you that was the best shower I've taken in a couple of weeks.
Mm.
Not that I don't shower. Let's make that clear. I don't stank.
No, we are very clean people. Well, for the most part. Just don't come to our house when we're like kind of busy and don't have time to clean up.
No, but you know what I mean, right? It's a different type of shower. It's like you just kind of sit there.
Well, no, you use it as like a stress relief for to relax.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let me rephrase that. It's been a while since I've had a relaxing shower.
Hmm.
And that's basically what I had today, and it feels so
You
good.
know what we need in this house? We need like a big, big old spa tub. Like, to me, bathtubs are useless, especially in the year of our Lord 2025. Like, why are you gonna
That-
you're gonna sit in the soup of your own filth?
Mm.
Right? Am I right, people out there? Right? I mean, you sitting there in your funk. Like, I
Ew.
mean, I don't know. To me, baths, I wouldn't. I would baths to me are just for like sitting and soaking. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I don't actually like
I mean,
shampoo and shower or
yeah.
bathe in.
But I mean, I could like maybe we'll put it in this podcast room. We'll just put a big like hot tub in here.
Boy, don't play with my emotions
I
because
mean,
tomorrow you will show up after work and I will have a hot tub
I
up
mean
in here.
the bathroom's right next door, so we can knock a wall out. Just make the bathroom part of our podcast room.
That would be so nice.
Anyways,
Anywho, back to the subject.
yeah, but in my case, yeah, the fight or flight is exactly it's the I guess a textbook definition of it where you get into psychological situations where it triggers there's that word, right? Trigger
Right.
your anxiety and your panic attacks and things like that. I mean, it happens with me right now on the regular, but not as bad as it used to be. Uh, I find myself sometimes, like I said, I get panic attacks from time to time still, but there's times where the panic attack is like, it's not as severe. It's not, but I feel it inside, that like wanting to run away, right? Or shut myself down or like go disappear.
Right.
So it's I mean, it's a trauma response, really, the fight or flight.
Yeah. I just think when, especially for me, I don't like to take breaks when I'm under stress. You know,
What do you mean?
I don't take breaks. Like I'm just going. So I'm like that. I think
Well, you kind of touched on that at all. You're just go, go, go.
go, 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 go.
Right.
I'm always go, 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 go.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm always busy. I'm always doing something.
Hmm.
You know, um, I'm a walking disaster, and I know this. You know,
You have your moments, yes.
I have my moments where I'm just like lost,
Hmm.
which is 90% of the time. Let's be honest.
Right.
Um, but when it comes to taking care of my grandmother or work or, you know, I'm very organized and super like put together because I have to be,
Right.
you know, and I mean, being on autopilot is not an easy thing. I guess I perform better when I'm under stress.
I think a lot of people do.
Yeah.
I think sometimes I do as well.
No, I perform or I feel at home, and this is going to sound so weird. I feel at home in stressful situations
Hmm.
because, I never thought that I would be the one to kind of hold it together. I always thought that, when my grandmother got sick or, my mom got sick, that I would just be a mess, you know. But surprisingly, for going through this for the first time in my life with, somebody that I really love and care for,
Mm.
I have been on autopilot. And that's not necessarily a good thing because I haven't given myself the time or the space or the moment.
Well, it's interesting that you say that
Mhm.
because I guess part of the whole fight or flight thing, there's something like, well, I guess PTSD and I guess they call it a stuck response
Yeah.
is part of it.
Uh-huh.
And one of the consequences or whatever of like the stuck response is emotional numbing, which it really sounds like to me like that's what you're going through right now.
I definitely agree with that.
Mm.
Yep. And that is on point. Basically,
Not that you're not caring or
No, of
anything
course
like
not.
that. It's
No, no,
just,
no.
it's a defense,
I
a trauma
care,
defense.
but again, and I just said that not too long ago,
Hmm.
based on because I've been through so many things and kind of, I've been through traumatic situations.
Hmm.
I'm kind of calm, which is weird to me
Hmm.
Because usually when people are under duress or under,
Or
different circumstances, they're freaking out.
yeah,
And I've completely shut that part down in myself. And
right.
again, I'm not a surgeon or, anything like that. But
We are
with
not doctors.
no, but with the medical training that I have and the background that, I've been doing this for a real long time.
Yeah,
So they teach you how to kind of put things into boxes when you're working with somebody who's sick in a hospital, a nursing home, any type of setting, hospice, whatever it is. The first thing that they tell you is not to get emotionally involved,
right.
you know? And that's so hard for me because it's my own grandmother. It's easy for me when it's like a stranger. I've only known them for like a week or two and then they get sick and they pass.
Right.
With my own family, this is the first time that I've experienced anything like that, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm basically walking blind. And I think because I'm walking blind, it's so easy to just kind of go as opposed to having not that I'm not under stress, but, having that fight in me.
Hmm.
So I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm understanding the definition of fight or flight incorrectly. But yeah, it was a social worker. Well, it was actually two people that I talked to. It was actually um one of my sisters,
Okay.
and it was the social worker from the hospital. You know, she sat me down for a little bit because I was the only one there. And she's like, "How are you doing?" And I was like, you know, good, I guess. I mean, I'm all right.
Right.
And she asked, have you given yourself time to grieve and to just kind of go through your emotions? And I was like, I don't have time for that. I don't have time for emotions.
Right.
I have to keep going and going. I have a lot of people depending on me. I have my grandmother depending on me. I'm under pressure. And I guess that's where I do the best type of work, I
Right.
guess. So,
But then I'm thinking it's like a pressure cooker, kind of,
of course, yeah, eventually I'm
right?
going to blow.
And we've talked about it before. Like you can prepare yourself as much as you can, or humanly possible.
Right.
Like I mean, in my instance, like with my traumas and stuff, the abuse, and then also the whole death and everything like that. There's eventually it's gonna blow, especially if you hold it in, and that
Right.
goes with anything, right? Like
Anything. Right.
if you hold anything in, if you numb yourself, it's gonna come back. It's just it's
It's only a
almost
matter of time.
it's inevitable,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So it's like I know with me, I'm telling you, I think we kind of discussed it in another episode where when I would talk about my, about the death of my first wife. Uh, at first I was a mess, right? I couldn't really contain it, and
Right.
then what I thought was me getting over it was me just kind of burying it,
Right.
and then it would come up like out of the blue, like
Yeah.
someone would mention something, or something would remind me of something, and I'd explode. Like it's like so. Uh, in that case, like fight or flight, it's like I was. I guess you're kind of running away. Like I guess I don't want to say ignoring issues in your life, but sometimes that's how you kind of survive. But it's only temporary, right?
Right.
So what would you think is the best way to deal with that? Should we even go? I mean, I guess fight or flight is pretty natural, right? Everyone goes through it.
Yeah.
But it's something you think that we need to control, eliminate, use to our advantage? It's damaging to us.
Oh, I really do think that it's a damaging um thing to experience. because I said it. You don't give yourself time to relax. Like I said, this weekend, like Saturday was probably the first night, that I slept.
Mm-hmm.
I was ready for bed at like 8:30. I was done,
Right.
and then I haven't been relaxed enough to where I could sleep all night. I'd sleep for a few hours. I've been getting up at like 2:30 in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
going to sleep at like 9:30, 10 o'clock. That's not enough sleep.
Right.
Considering we get up at 4:30 sometimes.
It depends on the
Depends
day.
on what we're doing for work and whatnot. So considering that, like, no, I'm not sleeping, which isn't good.
Right.
And I think that adds, I just thought of it right now. I think that flight is kind of an anxiety thing.
Yeah.
I think it is because you don't give yourself time to kind of feel anything, so you're just zooming through it.
Right. So, but first of all, like we've stated before, guys, we're not. This is just us talking, right? Like having a conversation. We're
Right.
not professionals. I'm not an expert. I'm
Nope.
not an expert at anything. So just keep that in mind. So if you're looking at your phone or your Spotify or your Apple Music or
Whatever.
your YouTube and you're
Yeah.
like, what the heck is this guy talking about? These guys are talking out of their you know what. It's us just having a discussion.
No, and it's been my personal experience. It might be
Right, we-
different for people listening.
Yeah, everyone has different experiences. Like I know me, fight or flight, I'm always dealing with it. So it's like it's always it's anxiety, trauma response, So it's like uh always perceived threats of the perceived threats or stress, which stress just knocks at my door daily. I'm sure everyone else out there, yeah, stress every day, all day.
But that's a part of life.
Yeah.
Some people are great at handling stress and managing, all of that.
Uh-huh.
And then there's people like me that don't deal with it. We just kind of shove it in our, in the pit of our stomachs and just keep going.
Yeah, I'm guilty of that. Where
I am so guilty of that.
bottle
Yeah.
things up, which is not the way to do it. You know what though? I realize the older that I'm getting is like I'm more willing to I'm not just deal with stuff and get it out of the way. Like I don't have time for that now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And as I've gotten older and I've learned to like manage my anger, manage my anger issues, because I have in the past, lost my temper. I had a really bad
Oh
temper.
yeah, when I was younger, I was pretty bad.
Yeah, I think I've gotten it under control probably within the last maybe 8 years.
I was going to say 15 minutes.
15 minutes ago, because before we started the podcast, let me tell
She
you.
wanted to strangle me before we started.
No, but I have my days where I do lose my, cookies and I'm just ready to burst.
But that's what everyone. Everyone
Right.
gets to that point. There's a boiling point.
Right. And I don't like to be like that because, I've learned to control my anger because I word vomit. Like whatever comes to my mind without thinking about it.
Yeah, yep.
Blah, 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 blah. Before I know it, I've hurt somebody's feelings. I've said things that I don't mean. Things come out wrong. And I look like a complete beast of an asshole,
Yeah.
So I've learned to kind of control my temper, especially since dating you. Like you are so calm and we're the opposite, I think.
I don't think so.
No, because it's a
See,
lot easier. It's easier for me to lose my temper than it is for you.
It's like it's so funny to me because Gloria always states how even before when we started talking and dating, how she's horrible and she's, not a nice person. She's not that friendly. She doesn't get along with family members, all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like,
No, but like I've said, I've done a lot of growing, and I think part of it is being with someone that kind of mellows me out. Because I will come home and cuss and throw things around and just
and push my buttons
and push your buttons and I'm not saying no.
Oh, trust me, I'll push your buttons.
Oh, yeah, you've been pushing my buttons today, boy. Let me tell you.
Oh, today but it was great. We had a nice day out. We got some errands done.
I took
We
you guys to lunch.
we had a nice lunch,
Brunch, lunch,
brunch lunch.
brunch, lunch. No,
It was, and I still can't barely move. And I don't even need it. I don't eat a lot,
no,
especially with my treatment.
we didn't eat
Yeah.
that much. And it's funny because we went to a Chinese buffet that we've never been to up
Sushi place.
yeah, further up north,
Yeah.
you know. And we don't go out to eat much. Like we will, but it's
Oh, it's
here
few
and
and
there.
far between.
Right.
Yeah.
Because, as we've said before, we're on two different GLP-1s, so the hunger isn't there anymore.
Isn't it? It's funny
It's so
because
weird.
I see these TikToks, right? And they're these funny TikToks of people going to restaurants and they order this, good looking plate. And when they bring the plate in front of them, they just kind of look at it like, that's exactly what happened today.
No, it is.
Yeah. Like, I mean, the food was great. I mean,
It was so good.
sat down, fresh, vegetables and some meat or whatever, protein.
But I really didn't eat much. If you look, I
Yeah.
ate like a salad,
Yeah.
which wasn't really a
Did eat a
salad.
lot. You did eat a lot of veggies.
I ate because I love the veggies. I'm a veggie person. I love my meat, but
Oh, yeah. She'll eat like
love-
random plants off the curbs of Chicago, Illinois.
that is not. We've talked about this, Joel. You better stop.
I mean, she's like, here, try this. And she just got this like weed out of the freaking bushes.
Okay, like I
You
said,
can eat this.
when the apocalypse and the zombie apocalypse comes, don't come to me to feed you because I'm gonna be like, you're on your own.
I hope the zombie apocalypse.
It needs to hurry up and get here.
Oh, yeah.
Done.
There's a short list of people that I need to visit.
No, but I had a salad, right?
Uh,
And then I had like a huge serving of mushrooms. I love mushrooms.
yeah,
They
you
had
did have
mushrooms.
quite a bit, yeah.
And then the green beans were magnificent.
It was really good.
It was
actually.
really good.
But it was just so funny because it's like you sit down and eat. It's like,
No, and the thing is that like I was looking at other things that I would normally have eaten, and they just didn't.
yeah, they weren't appealing.
They
to
weren't
me.
appealing to
Yeah.
me, which is
Yeah, that's
it's funny. It is funny.
But you know what? That's. I mean, I'm losing weight
Yeah,
left and right, so I guess
Yeah.
it's working.
I'm getting back on track because again, me when I'm stressed out,
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like the fight or flight. Like,
right?
I mean, I guess we'd circle back to this
Yeah,
where it's. I mean, it's like a stress reliever, I guess, or
Yeah.
you're trying to a response to stress.
right. And that's the thing about being in flight mode. You're just going. You don't think about anything, and you're just going.
Right.
And I'm making myself sick, and that's the messed up part.
See, that's the thing. Like when I was going through that whole mess in the hospital with the wife way back then, I was the same way. My eating habits were messed up. I wasn't eating, even though I'm a stress eater, but when I did eat, I'd eat the wrong things, right? Or whatever. Or
Right.
like the meals were few and far between. It's just, it was a mess. It was like I was losing weight, not because I was, watching what I was doing. I was
Right.
losing weight because I was stressed.
No, and the thing about my eating pattern has been so sporadic just like these last 2 weeks.
Well, yeah, you've been in and out of hospital.
In and out of hospitals, and sometimes people bring food, sometimes they don't, sometimes you have to eat what's there.
You got to get out of a vending machine.
Right,
Yeah.
and it's so expensive. Like
Oh my gosh, yes.
I bought a salad from the salad bar when I was there because I
At
actually
the hospital.
yes,
Mm,
$22 for a
Wow.
salad.
no thanks.
$22.
Well, shoot, I think the last time I went to Whole Foods, I think I paid like $16 for a salad. It was good though. Well,
I was gonna say the salad was immaculate. 'Cause
It was
the
very
vegetables
good.
were again the vegetables were really good,
nice and crunchy.
but I was grazing more than I normally do,
Mhm.
and that's bad. Because I've had my eating schedule
Right.
set, and it's been so hard. Being stressed and being a stress eater. Um, But like I said, I'm planning on going back to my normal eating habits as much as possible. I'm going to hold myself accountable because I have a doctor's appointment coming up.
Hmm.
I got to get my blood drawn tomorrow and, I'll go from there. But I have a lot of splaining to do when I go. But I'm taking it all in stride at this point.
So, as far as fight or flight or any kind of stress or trauma response or anything like that,
Yeah,
there's ways that you can kind of, I mean, really, you have to deal with it one way or the other, right?
right.
And some things that you can do is like, deep breathing in and out, right?
Yeah.
Try to relax your muscles. Like you said, like when you get home, take a relaxing shower. Just don't
Oh,
even lather up. Just let the water hit you and do its thing.
that shower that I took not too long ago
Hmm.
was the most healing shower that I've had in a really long time.
Yeah. And then just practice mindfulness and, I know this is a bad word for some of us, me included, exercise.
Exercise.
I mean, even if you just go for a walk, like go somewhere and
No, I
walk.
tried to do that in the hospital. I
Right.
know it seems kind of weird. I walked around the hospital. I got lost a few times,
Right.
and that was my way of moving around and kind of de-stressing a little bit.
Right.
Um, I had mentioned it earlier. I haven't been walking. Walking has been one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah, that was one of my exercises that I like doing.
But it this last year has been just too much. And I'm thinking about getting back into it as soon as the weather just kind of
Well, yeah.
stops being like Satan's butthole.
Yeah, this weird way.
It is bad. So, once it starts to cool off, I'm going to start getting back into my routine, with walking and just because that helps a lot with stress.
Right.
Put your headphones on and just, I have my walking buddy
Hmm.
and we go walking and we'll have coffee afterwards. It's nice. It's something to do and something that I love to do.
Right. And then along those things, along the line of those things too, it's, you know, having support from friends or family or whoever. Like, I mean, talk about stuff, get it out there. And then, like you said, the showers of self care, do something nice for yourself. Go get yourself a nice haircut, get your nails done,
I know I'm
buy yourself a new, fragrance, which I don't really need more of those, but
Let's not get into that
uh,
on the air.
yeah, it's so extra. This guy is so extra, I swear.
I have been wanting to do my nails, but right now is not the time for it.
Mm.
But I love doing that.
Another thing that people need to realize, and I know, and this is for all you smokers, and I mean, having a libation or a drink once in a while is fine, but you got to be careful because you don't want to fall into that. And then that
Right.
creates a whole nother problem.
No, and the thing is that I don't do that anymore.
Mm.
I used to drink heavily when I was younger. It was never an addiction for me, but it was a way to kind of disassociate from things.
Right.
So now that I've been sober for a really long time, the last time I drank something was
I couldn't even tell you.
at our wedding, and then when we went to that Adele concert. You remember I had
Oh, you had like a
or-
mixed drink or something?
yeah, but it was like it was like 4 ounces. It was a small
Yeah,
drink.
2 sips.
And that was a year after the wedding.
Uh-huh.
And since then I haven't had anything.
Right.
I don't. It doesn't feel good to me anymore. So for me, I just prefer to have coffee or tea.
Which you gotta kind of limit to because stimulants doesn't really help
Right.
you. So that's kind of the point I'm trying to
Well,
get
I've
at.
had a 16-ounce
Of tea. Yeah,
tea,
the big old cup of
a big
hers.
old cup.
Her what cup is that? That's the Hocus Pocus, right?
Yes, it's one of my favorite cups. You got this for me actually
Yeah.
when we went
My
to.
favorite cup that I got you is the Wisconsin cup.
Oh,
The thing that holds it up is it's like a
udder.
cow's udder, and then like the little feet of the cup is the little
The little
both
udders.
the udders.
Yeah,
I call them nipples.
I'm obnoxious because I walk around with my
This
big.
lady has so many coffee cups.
I do. Don't judge me. So I walk around with my other cup, and I walk around with my real cup, and I'll say, "This is my cup, and this is my other cup." Get it? Other cup.
That was terrible. I don't know why you even did that.
I'll leave. I'm sorry.
No, you're not allowed to leave. You're not
Absolutely, I
excused.
am.
All right, guys. So we're gonna kind of wrap it up here, but with all this stuff, also don't hesitate to seek professional help. Also, so don't listen to this knucklehead right here talking to you right now. Uh, if you need to find some professional help, find a friend, family member that you could talk to. Just don't keep that stuff bottled up. So we're all in this together, and it's we're all humans, and we go through this stuff. We'll get over it. We'll get it. We'll deal. So thanks for listening, guys. We're gonna leave it there for this week, and don't forget to visit the website sessionsandlessonsunscripted.com and drop us a line at the email. The email is sessionsandlessonsmail@gmail.com. There you can leave us suggestions, comments, stories, anything. And don't forget to visit the socials, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. So, you have anything to add, Mrs. Rosario?
Take your time with everything. One step at a time, from that tea or that coffee. That was dumb. Okay, guys, I'm
No, that wasn't dumb. That was profound.
profound and deep.
Just don't. I agree. Just take your time and one thing at a time.
One thing at a time.
Things will work out.
Yep.
Things will work out. All right, guys. See you on the next one. Have a great rest of your week, day, evening, what have you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Sessions and lessons are scripted.